Just got done recording some GeoGuessr videos on my second channel and figured, you know what? It's a good time to rebuild a team. And today we're doing the Seattle Seahawks. For the rest of December, though, I will be doing probably a rebuild a day. So if you're a big fan of rebuilds, as I'm sure many of you guys are, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on those. I think over 50% of you guys, or about 50%, maybe it's like 48, 52, are not subscribed. So you're missing out on these videos. Maybe you see it in your recommended. Maybe you don't. Maybe you missed some uploads. I get people asking all the time, oh, rebuild this team. Do a career sim of this player. I'm like, I've already done it. Go check it out. Go watch it. So you got to be subscribed so you don't miss out on any of that. And also, there's no better time to buy Bengal merch. Vanilla Vic action. Link is in the description. Teespring.com. So many guys are buying the merch. I thank you guys so much. It's awesome. And more so than just like getting it and me making money. I don't make a ton of money off that. But the fact that you guys are getting it and enjoying it, I think is so awesome. So I appreciate it either way. But yeah, we're rebuilding the Seahawks. Let me talk to you guys about this team. But it's going to take me a second. So we'll see it when we see the full depth chart, let's say. Another question I get all the time is why I don't use the realistic roster that I made with the 2021 class. And I do that for the realistic rebuilds. And I do one of those per team every single year for the most part. Sometimes I miss one or two teams because it's tough to get all those videos out. But I rebuild teams 2 or 3 times a year, once in a realistic fashion, once in like a fantasy style like this one could be, where you kind of make crazy trades, do whatever we want, get a bunch of picks, do whatever. And then one after your team drafts a player or signs a big free agent, might do a rebuild with them. So let's say the Seahawks this year were to draft Trevor Lawrence. Obviously that wouldn't happen. They don't need him. But it's just, you know, an example of a college player being on a team. I might do a Trevor Lawrence Seahawks rebuild, for example. But yeah, whatever. We're here doing a Seahawks rebuild. And I think this defense was coined the Legion of Room because the defense is really awful compared to their offense, at least in real life. But when you look at the actual players on the defense, it isn't so bad. But Carlos Dunlap, who the team just acquired, is 31 years old. Damon Harrison is also 31 years old. Jerron Reed's young. Benson Mayowa is not great. And LJ Collier has actually come on a little bit in recent games. He's starting to play a little bit better. And the team took him pretty high. He was a first-round pick. Hasn't necessarily played up to that billing whatsoever. Bruce Irvin is here. I'd probably rather play Jordan Brooks at left outside linebacker. Another late first-round pick for them, as they're usually going to have late first-round picks, as they'll either trade down or win enough games to warrant that. Decent player out of Texas Tech. Apparently, he was actually really versatile 2 years ago in college, and especially adept in zone coverage. But last year, they pretty much only used him as a spy at Texas Tech. So when everyone's like, oh, this is a huge reach, it may not have been such a huge reach. They have to develop him, but he does have some good traits that you'd look for and showcase them 2 years ago. He's going to start. I'll have to rearrange the depth chart, get Bruce Irvin out of here. Maybe I'll move him to the defensive line. He really is a 3-4 outside linebacker or a defensive end. He's an edge rusher. I don't know why he would really be listed off the ball at this point, so that's a little bit annoying, but we should get Jordan Brooks out there. We'll talk about the offense. I don't know why I started with the defense first. Shaquem Griffin's cool, but I just want to get the rookie out there. Team obviously traded for Jamal Adams, so no first-round picks this year or next year, but I'm sure I'll end up trading for one by trading some of these older players. I'm telling you, Carlos Dunlap's going to be out of here. Damon Harrison probably going to be out of here. We do have Shaquille Griffin, who's good. Quentin Dunbar was awesome last year. Trey Flowers. It isn't awful. Love my guy Quandre Diggs out of Texas. Demarius Randall's on this team as well. Marquise Blair. Levert Hill, I think, is their strong safety. I thought he was like, it is Lano Hill. Levert Hill was a Michigan corner. I'm like, I always think that's incorrect. He actually made a huge tackle not too long ago. And it's like extremely vague. Whatever. Offensive side of the ball, you look at one of the best deep threats in football right now in DK Metcalf. And now I wonder, since he just got upgraded to superstar development in Madden, why is that not loading with this roster? Hold on, I got to figure something out. Josh Gordon here? What's going on? So Josh Gordon is on the team. He's just injured, but I tried using a real-life roster. I just made a different franchise, and still something is incorrect because DK Metcalf was upgraded to superstar development today, just still being at star within the franchise. I'm not really sure what's going on there, so I'm going to upgrade him manually which I hope you guys don't mind. But he got upgraded. He should be superstar dev. Why is he only star? I hate Madden. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the biggest reason I wanted to rebuild the Seahawks today anyway was because of DK Metcalf. And there was a debate going on Twitter last night about how good is DK in comparison to the rest of the league's receivers, and is he the best receiver in his draft class? Is he even the best receiver on his team? And I think DK Metcalf is a hell of a player, but right now he really just is a deep threat. He's number 1 in the league in deep targets. He drops the football a little bit too much. He has unreal potential. He's very, very good right now, but he's not at that great level, and there's so many great receivers. I love DK. He's probably the most exciting receiver in the league for me. You know, young player. He's fun, can take the top off the defense, speed, power, size. Really, really fun player to watch. But to me, he just isn't one of the league's best receivers right now. I know he has the most yards in the league. Don't tell me that. But to me, there's more than just a 10-game stretch or 11-game stretch for where we should evaluate all receivers. Like, has DK Metcalf outplayed Julio this year? Yes. Is DK Metcalf better than Julio Jones? I can't tell you that. I don't think so. But DK Metcalf stud, wanted to rebuild the Seahawks to really showcase how good he can be with 99 overall. Russell Wilson should be a really fun pairing for an already really good team. Chris Carson in here. Got Tyler Lockett, who has been the picture of consistency in Seattle. Maybe the most underrated player in the league. Rashad Penny. Why did the Seahawks ever take him in the first round? Makes no sense to me. He hasn't done anything in Seattle. And then it's a decent offensive line, at least on the left tackle side of things with Dwayne Brown. Russell Wilson makes it look a whole lot better than it is, but Micah Potty's not very good, and he's old. Ethan Pochich. Damian Lewis has played very well in real life. He's only a 23-year-old rookie, but he's played very well in real life, so I like him a lot. Brandon Shell needs to be upgraded. Certainly not going to throw Cedric Ogbuehi in there. And then Will Dissly, Greg Olsen, Jacob Hollister. We're going to upgrade the team. Don't you worry about that. Let's go ahead and simulate to the midseason mark and take things from there. Actually, I need to trade guys. What am I doing? Did I even talk about the linebackers and Bobby Wagner and KJ Wright? Bobby Wagner, I mean, he's the best inside linebacker in football still, even at 30. There's no chance I'm trading him. Who do I really want to trade here? KJ Wright, I should probably trade. Damon Harrison's fine just because of his contract. Well, actually, should I trade him because of that contract? We could win a Super Bowl this year. I'm not going to go in a full rebuild mode. Let me check out the salaries and see who actually expires right now. And then we'll make some decisions based off of that. Because Chris Carson, Shaquille Griffin, Damon Harrison, 1-year deal. KJ Wright, I will trade. Greg Olsen, I'll try and trade. Okay, I mean, there are a lot of guys in here. This is a weird video. I feel like I'm kind of all over the place at the start of this thing. So bear with me. Okay, trading Quinton Dunbar, Benson Mayowa, and Cody Barton for a first-round pick and a third-round pick from the Falcons. Now, having the third-round pick is a nice addition because the team did not have a third-round pick this year, I believe. I think it was only a second and then a fourth inside those top rounds. Yeah, so that is a nice addition. But I'm trading that first-round pick right back, and I am trying to assemble the next Legion of Boom. So why not grab an amazing safety to pair with our already amazing safety in Derwin James. I know we have Quandre Diggs. He played corner at Texas. Hook 'em horns, big Quandre Diggs fan. So I could move him back. He could play the nickel. I'm trading Demarius Randall, though. And I am trading KJ Wright for Derwin James Jr. I know it's a crazy trade, but we're getting after it. First round pick, Demarius Randall, KJ Wright, Derwin James Jr. Welcome to the new Legion of Boom. I think Shaquille Griffin is a great guy to start at corner. Derwin James at free safety. Jamal Adams at strong safety. Already an amazing combo. Who else can I trade here? I like Shaquem Griffin and Jordan Brooks at outside linebacker. LJ Collier is okay. Damon Harrison, I think we don't really need that much because I can just go Poona Ford, Hook 'em Horns, and Jerron Reed. And then Carlos Dunlap. I mean, he's okay. Maybe we use him for a playoff run. I don't know. Greg Olsen's got to go, though. Okay, big trade as Damon Harrison's going back to the Jets. Greg Olsen to the Jets. Josh Gordon to the Jets. Completely revamping their offense and bringing back Damon Harrison Jr. or Senior. Damon Harrison Sr. to play their nose. We're getting a first-round pick, but not the one we traded to the Jets in the Jamal Adams trade. A third-round pick next year and Connor McDermott. He's only becoming a Seahawk just to fill our roster size, because right now we only have 47 guys on it. We cannot jump below that. Okay, Philip Dorsett, Rashad Penny are headed to the Eagles. We're getting a first-round pick, Andre Dillard, who's a former first-round pick, and then Jariga, who's a center. He'll be a backup on our team. I thought it was important to go out and get another first-rounder, but also I thought it was a really good opportunity to get another offensive lineman. Andre Dillard, former first-round pick, can easily slide over and play right tackle. He's going to be an upgrade over Brandon Shell, even if only slight. But Dillard is also way younger than Brandon Shell, so we can definitely develop him for the future at that spot. So I think we've improved, if only a little bit overall. Dillard's 24. Brandon Shell, I think, is like 29 or something like that. I feel like he's been around quite a long time. I don't know, he just kind of dipped on me. He's 28. But we got Lockett, DK. What do I want to do on defense? Jordan Brooks, Shaquem Griffin. That looks pretty good to me. Jordan Brooks is going to be a sub linebacker, not Derwin James. That's the last move I'm going to make, is slide him over to free safety and then Quandre Diggs to cornerback. So this will be the final team here in year one. Got some young linebackers, except for Bobby Wagner, who's a little bit older. We're trying to rebuild this amazing defense, the Legion of Boom. Quandre Diggs over to CB2 for the time being. Michael Dixon, another Hook'em Horns action there. Texas Longhorn. The Texas sucks, by the way. I get that, but I got to rep the team. And then for our specialists, I'm going to have my rush end. Are you serious? I didn't even talk about him. This was actually their second round pick, Darrell Taylor out of Tennessee. Do I really want him as a rush end? I guess we will. Jordan Brooks, sub linebacker. Have David Moore in the slot. I think I'm going to put Tyler Lockett there. And then we will simulate to the playoffs. And this really should be a playoff team. Let's not kid ourselves. This is a really solid team. We'll just have to see how we perform in simulation. Lockett in the slot. DK would be a sick big slot target, but not in this playbook right now. I'm going to see how Seahawks playbook plays. Might end up changing the defensive playbook, but I'm going to keep the offense Seattle. Did make the playoffs at 9-7. Didn't win the division, though. That went to the 49ers, who would be healthy in this. 14th best offense. Russell Wilson did not play like a 99 overall, and the defense actually was fairly good. Russell Wilson only 27 touchdowns, but did have over 4,000 yards. Chris Carson was fairly good, and then Russell Wilson had 10 rushing touchdowns. Okay. Tyler Lockett over 1,000 yards and 12 touchdowns, as DK Metcalf has way better numbers in real life at this point. But in this simulation, I mean, he really wasn't even close. Only 744 yards on 77 catches and 1 touchdown. I mean, in real life, he's averaging double that per reception. I mean, not quite, but pretty much. That's ridiculous. Defensively, Bobby Wagner, what a year. 117 tackles, 5 for loss, 3 sacks, 3 picks. Really solid numbers. 16 tackles for loss for Jerron Reed. And then quarterback sacks, he also led the team with 5. Carlos Dunlap with 5. Terrible. 2 picks for Shaquille Griffin. How is this defense ranked so well? Ryan Tannehill wins MVP of the 5-11 Titans. And Russell Wilson at number 2 with, like, I guess his rushing touchdowns carried him there. That's something. NFC Offensive Player of the Year, Russell Wilson wins it. All right. Defensive Player of the Year, Khalil Mack, Bobby Wagner at 2. Offensive Rookie of the Year is DeAndre Swift, no Seahawks. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year is Chase Young. Jordan Brooks at 3. No Darrell Taylor in there. But we do have the Saints in the wild card. Of course, auto upgrades on, so I don't really have to worry about that. And we beat the Saints 27-24. I will touch Shaquem Griffin and Derwin James there, as we have the Dallas Cowboys in the divisional in Arlington, near Dallas, Texas. See if we can knock them off. And we don't. 35-14, crushed in the divisional as we head to our first offseason. Oh, yeah, I didn't even re-sign Chris Carson or Shaquille Griffin at the midseason mark. That kind of puts us in a rough spot. That really does. Okay, let's figure out how I want to do this. At first, I clicked on Chris Carson. Like, he wants $10 million a year. No, but Shaquille Griffin, I'm cool with paying near that. And he returns long term. Chris Carson's an interesting one. 26-year-old running back. I'm not giving him 5 years or $6 million. I'll give you 4 years. Yeah, I'll give you 4 years. You're going to test free agency? Well, I got some bad news for you. You won't. 1 year, 12 mil. I'm fine with that. He's going to start to regress in 2 years. I don't want to be paying a regressing running back for 3 more years after he starts regressing, like top of the line running back money. Just not going to happen. Poona Ford can walk. David Moore can walk. Do I really want to split up a family? Yeah, $12.3 million over 2 years. Of course I want to split up that family. No way am I paying him that. Ethan Pocic is okay, but not great. I need to upgrade at that position. Too expensive for what he brings to the table. Poona Ford, I mean, he just doesn't offer me much of a pass rush, and he's also too expensive for what he brings to the table. So I'm going to let the rest of these guys walk. Franchise tagged Chris Carson, and then re-sign Shaquille Griffin long-term. We'll see if anything is appealing to me in free agency, although I kind of doubt that there will be anything there. Dwayne Brown may have retired. He was 35 years old, so there's a chance he's not going to even be on this team. Yeah, Dwayne Brown retired. So that isn't great. Tyler Lockett went up to superstar development, though. That's awesome. Look at this receiving core. Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf, Keelan Doss. Totally forgot about him. UC Davis, Hard Knocks standout. Freddie Swain in there as well. But not a ton changes on the offense. And then on the defensive side of the ball, I thought Jordan Brooks would go up to star, but you know what happened? Jerron Reed went up to superstar. There we go. Not when he had like double-digit sacks in a season, but just randomly now. Let's give him inside stuff. Darrell Taylor, I guess, is going to start. That's bad. LJ Collier is going to move to defensive tackle. I mean, he's 291 pounds at 6'2". He's not a 4'3" defensive end, so he's going to slide inside. Already looking like a thick boy. He should play the role pretty well. So he'll slide inside. If you know what I mean. He's only a 70 overall there. Might have to upgrade at that position. Anyway, Jordan Brooks. I'm shocked he didn't go up in overall. I mean, or dev trait, I should say. Carlos Dunlap's got to go. We'll see what's here in free agency. Trent Williams. Should I just bring in the better Dwayne Brown, who's slightly younger? 3-year deal. Amp up the money a bit. He's so expensive. But I think he's actually going to be worth it. Maybe I'll give him that money on a 2-year deal. Jumps up at first. I can't really give him more than that. If we don't get him, we don't get him. If we don't get Dwayne Brown, we got Trent Williams. I'm all over the place in this rebuild. I apologize. I'm going to get my mind right in a second here probably. But that is a really good addition to our offensive line. We need to upgrade at left guard, center, maybe right tackle, but I'm cool with Andre Dillard hanging out for a bit. Receiver. And then on the defensive side of the ball, we need a linebacker. We need an edge rusher. We need a defensive tackle. We need probably another edge rusher. And I would take a great corner if one is available. It's just really going to depend on what's actually in the draft. So we're going to simulate there and start the 2021 NFL draft. We actually have the #1 overall pick. I believe that's from the Jets, and we pick at number 5 as well. Who did I trade with? Because I traded with the Falcons, but then I traded that pick away. So was it the Jets? And who was the other one? I don't even remember. Don't really want to take a quarterback here, even though Marcus Adams seems to be very, very good. But now is not the time. James Harden. He's given up basketball. James Harden. He's a running back now and way shorter. And I would consider him purely on the basis of Chris Carson is franchise tagged. We might not be able to keep him. But I wouldn't take him with this pick. And certainly not number 5 overall either. Don't love these receivers, but some of them are okay. Manny Tart. Maybe he knows Jaquaski, 4th round guy. It would be great value in the 3rd. There's our receiver. There are a lot of Tarts in this class. What's going on? Richard Tart, don't know anything about him. Even though I do need a right end. They're like, we're just not going to scout one for you. Don't love the D tackles available. I hate that he spells Emmanuel with an I instead of an E. Just hate everything. I mean, this is exactly what the Legion of Boom is all about. 6'4", 200 for Morgan Beverly with good speed. I mean, this is the hybrid of Earl Thomas and Cam Chancellor and Richard Sherman. I mean, add Brandon Browner into the mix because he was 6'4". This is the Legion of Boom summed up in one player. Hit power, zone coverage, athleticism. Something to consider for sure. But I think everyone here knows I'm not going to take this pick at #1 overall, especially when the first guy I really would even consider is a running back at 8. I mean, I don't need to take this pick at all. I'll pick at number 5, but not at number 1. Oh, the Jags have interest in LJ Collier? All right. Oh, they don't? What do you mean? You just said it. I'm confused. Okay, big trade. Trading number 1 overall. Trading a 3rd-round pick this year, a 3rd-round pick next year for number 2 overall, number 9 overall, and a 3rd-round pick, number 66 overall this year. Big trade with the Jaguars, and I'm not done because I'm not taking a pick at number 2. Trading back down. I think the Dolphins could be a good spot, good team to trade down with. Trading number 2 overall, a 5th-round pick for number 7, 14, and a 1st-round pick next year from the Dolphins. And now I'm done trading. I want to see someone take that quarterback because I want to see his overall. Only a 74, but that's pretty good for a rookie QB. Just thought it might have been like a 76, maybe even as high as a 77. And now we pick 5, 7, 9, and 14. 4 first-round picks. I don't really feel like taking it at number 5. I think I'm going to trade down for something next year with this pick and then start at 7 and 9. Okay, trading number 5, a 4th this year and a 2nd next year for a 1st next year and a 2nd this year. I just want the pick this year more than I want it next year. So it's just a swap with us throwing in a 4th round pick, essentially, as I am now ready to finally draft. I'm sure you guys hated to see me trade down. And the first pick will be a linebacker. It's going to be Deron Clifton out of Ohio State. Looks unreal. Top skills, about as good as you'll ever find for a linebacker. And take this with a grain of salt, but he's a little slow for what you see from the usual top linebackers in this game. That being said, he ran a 4.54. He has unreal speed. It's going to be like 88 speed, 87 speed. Really, really good for a linebacker. But oftentimes you'll see some of the top guys run like 4.48 and you go, are you kidding me? But super fast, unreal top skills, early 1st-round guy. He's going to be an even higher overall outside linebacker where he'll play. So if he's like a 75 overall, we've done amazing because he'll be a 77 overall outside linebacker, and he's a 77 overall middle linebacker. Normal dev, that's fine. He will go up. He's going to be a 79 overall outside linebacker, 88 speed, 88 tackle, 88 hit power, 88 pursuit. Deron Clifton has something like 88. Loves Michael Irvin, Dez Bryant, CeeDee Lamb. Go to the Cowboys. Just kidding. But zone coverage is not that great, but what a player this is. He should be so good for us, but also 77 overall, 3rd highest guy in the class. There are 2 guys who are equal to 77 overall or higher, and I wanted to draft them badly. Will James Harden be that player? You know, I don't think so. Gonna take Morgan Beverly here. Just seems like too good of a player to pass up. Texas Tech guy. We're gonna pair him with his former teammate, we'll say, in Jordan Brooks. They would have played together if Morgan Beverly actually existed. But I'm a best player available guy over certainly like filling a team need at the time. And I think Morgan Beverly is just, again, too good to pass up on. And he is a number 4 overall player in this class at 77 overall. Also has star better development. 91 speed, 78 zone, 78 hit power, 81 pursuit, 92 acceleration, 75 awareness. Block shed's a little low, but what a player. I'm waiting for some of these other 77 overall players to go off the board, and they just aren't, which is great for me. Gives me a higher chance of taking one. I think the best player for me is a reach, but he's a solid player. I think it's going to be Jerry Killings, mid-1st round guy, so he's not going to be close to a 77 overall, but he looks very, very good. But I just drafted a safety who I think I'm going to play at nickel corner. So that begs the question, is my best bet to actually take a cornerback here? I don't think so. I think we've already filled the role. We have an outside linebacker who's coming in. I think we should go defensive line if we're going to go on defense. Our offensive line's super weak, but don't worry, I am going to build that. This is going to be an interesting pick. Do we just take Pat Norton? 4.3 flat speed, deep threat. I mean, he could eventually play in the slot for us, but his catch and traffic's high. Early 1st round guy with 4.3 flat speed. I was going to take a receiver later, but he just might be too good to pass up right now. I think he's just too good to pass up. Best player available, Pat Norton out of UCF. Welcome to the Seahawks. 75 overall, only normal development, but he is the 6th best player in the class. 96 speed to go with 94 acceleration, 85 catching, 84 spectacular catch. Looks to be quite good. He'll be our 3rd receiver for sure. And I'm still waiting for some of these higher overall players to go. I couldn't figure out who they were. Saw some early first round guys, but nobody really looked to be like a 77 overall or even close. So I have no idea. We'll just find out after the draft. I'll check out draft recap and we'll see. But let me go back to my draft board here, and the center I want is still available, which is great. I'm going to take him right now. Colin Silas out of the U. Welcome to Seattle, going from polar opposites. Super southeast US to super northwest United States. He's a 73 overall. He's good enough to come in and start right away. Only normal development, but 90 strength, 77 pass block. Really good except for his run block finesse. Late in the second now. Should I go Manny Tart? Looks pretty solid. The rest of these guys are not anything special. And we pretty much out of picks after this. Yeah, again, it just comes down to the fact that Manny Tart is just the best player we can take right now. And I will. 73 overall, normal development, number 17 in the class, took him at 59. He is a slot receiver. Can't go deep, can't stretch the field, but has really good speed and can catch. Top of the third round, our last pick for a while. It's between James Russell, D-tackle, or Lawrence Callahan, D-tackle. I'm going to go James Russell. Looks a little bit better to me. And he's a 71 overall, number 29 in the class. Took him at 66. But he does have better development to go with 76 power move, 74 speed, 72 block shed. I am going to try him at defensive tackle. I have my doubts about how good he'll be there, but he seems like he's at least okay, and that development trait could carry him in the future. I need to see who these other super high overall players were, because there seem to be a lot of them. Maybe the running back will be one. Yeah, he was 77 overall, but the number 1 overall player was Nolan Atkinson, and I didn't consider taking him because I thought he would be too slow. 82 speed. I mean, he's really not like amazing. How is he a 78 overall? He's just like well balanced and plays outside linebacker. Our middle linebacker, once moved to right outside linebacker, is going to be a higher overall than that. And then Beverly, Clifton. Thought about Emmanuel Ford as well, but again, looked at him and said, yep, probably could be a little bit too slow and doesn't do enough other things well. And for a pass rushing outside linebacker, 70 power moves, 61 finesse moves, not good. He can't cover. Tackles pretty well. I don't know. He's an interesting player, but I think we did all right. I think we had the best draft by a mile, and we better have. We started off with the number 1 overall pick and traded it down to get better players. We had an unreal draft class, and the team should be great. Just got to move some guys around, figure out where everyone's individual role is going to be, and Morgan Beverly should be an awesome slot cornerback at 6'4", 200. He's just an overhang defender, and that's fine. He's not a cornerback, but he's going to play in the nickel. He's going to be a stud slot CB. All right, Clifton moved over to right outside linebacker. I guarantee it's at least a 79 overall. I doubt it's an 80. Yeah, 79. Now, Beverly did go down to a 73, but the reason why I'm doing this, instead of just leaving him at free safety and still playing him in the nickel, is his man coverage is going to get upgraded by having him play slot corner. So that is fantastic. I have to do that manually, though. I guess I'll probably have Norton. I mean, who's younger, actually? 22 for Tart and 21 for Norton. I'll play Norton in the slot. Russell is going to be a rush D tackle. Clifton's not going to be a rush end. Okay, we got to change some things. This is going to be the team for season number 2. It's an interesting one. You know, it isn't great yet, but we're definitely on the right track. Receiving core, I like quite a bit. Thought about playing DK in the slot just to get his targets up, but I'm going to keep things the way they are and just stay in Seattle playbook and see how that works for us. But Beverly, I just want to play as much as possible, so I am going to play him as our third cornerback. And in the slot, Russell and Reed as rush D tackles, Darrell Taylor, Carlos Dunlap as rush ends, Wagner, Clifton, Brooks, sub linebacker. Norton, I'm keeping in the slot. Thought about Tyler Lockett there just to get our best receiver right now in the slot, or DK, but I'm just not going to do that right now. Again, we'll reassess when we need to, but for now, I will simulate to the midseason mark and see where we are. Stopped it at week 7 to make a trade. We are 2-4. 2-4 with this team. Why? It's better. It's a better team. So that's a little frustrating. Like, really it is. And what's our biggest issue? Beverly only has star dev. That's my big issue right now. Hate that. Yeah, 2 and 4. Not really great. Jamal Adams is a free agent. Chris Carson's going to be. Derwin James is. Tyler Lockett is. Jarran Reed, Michael Dixon, Quandre Diggs, Will Dissly, Carlos Dunlap. Dunlap I'm trading. Quandre Diggs, since I'm not re-signing him, I should trade him right now. He's 28. He's at that age of regression. I'm going to keep Tyler Lockett, though, because he's a 92 overall and superstar dev. We have Ryan Fitzmagic on the team. But I'm making some trades. It's going to be Quandre Diggs out and Carlos Dunlap out. We're 2 and 4. I mean, this probably isn't a playoff team now, and that sucks. We actually really can't make any moves. Can't really trade anybody because of either salary cap restrictions or value. I'm not just going to trade someone to trade them. So we'll figure out what to do with Quandre Diggs in the future. And, I mean, Carlos Dunlap's going to walk. We needed to get better edge rushers, and they just weren't in the last draft. They were not. Okay, so we brought back Derwin James and Jamal Adams, 2 huge signings to keep our Legion of Boom strong. But Reed wants more money. Lockett wants more money. Quandre Diggs I can't even negotiate with yet. I'm not going to worry about a punter right now, Michael Dixon. I'll re-sign him in free agency if I have to. And then Chris Carson is, again, a running back. I'm not giving him a 5-year deal. So I might end up having to either franchise tag him again or not have him. I don't know. But he actually re-signs for 3 years, so never mind. Now he's back. Didn't make the playoffs. 6 and 10. Are you kidding me? 30th best offense. I got to change the playbook. What is going on? 27th best defense? Disgraceful. I mean, Russell Wilson is a 99 overall, playing like he's a 74 overall. Like, you're going to see in the MVP voting, there will be 70 overall players who finish higher than him. Unless they factor in, like, rushing, which, I mean, he was pretty good as a rusher, 8 rushing touchdowns. Receiving, I mean, the numbers are all pretty bad. And then defensively, Bobby Wagner had 154 tackles, doing Bobby Wagner things. We didn't really put a ton of pressure on the QB. 6 sacks from Darrell Taylor led the team by a lot. And then Deron Clifton, up to an 81 overall, had 5 interceptions. Really great from him. And any defensive touchdowns from the team? Just curious, but no. But 30th best offense is terrible. Yeah, there's Nick Foles, 73 overall with the Bears. 73. Finishes at second in the MVP. There's a 75. I mean, there's another 70. Colin Kaepernick, 79 overall. No Russell Wilson anywhere to be found. We have a 99 overall quarterback. Nick Foles wins Offensive Player of the Year. Russell Wilson at 5. Defensive Player of the Year, Shaq Barrett, Bobby Wagner at 2. Deron Clifton at 4. He's going to go up in overall because he's going to win Defensive Rookie of the Year. Charleston Green wins Offensive Rookie of the Year, though. Some Seahawks in there. Deron Clifton wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. James Russell at 3. Morgan Beverly at 4. I'm, like, pissed, though. I hate how win-dependent playbooks are. Or, hold on, how playbook-dependent wins are. We need to go ahead. I'm going to try out LAC. That one usually seems to be pretty good. So maybe I'll try that. I mean, the Bears just won the Super Bowl. Here's the thing, is whenever I use Bears playbook, we don't do anything. I need to see the Bears numbers. I have to. I'm sure I have before. Yeah, Nick Foles threw for almost 5,000 yards. I mean, what is going on? You know what? I'm doing Bears playbook. I'm doing it. Whatever. I said I was going to try out Chargers. No, I'm doing Bears. Now, I need to bring Tyler Lockett back. Did Jarran Reed really regress right as he turns 28? No. Okay, cool. Well, 3-year deal for him. What does he want? More salary? All right. Bump that up a little bit. And Jarran Reed is back. Tyler Lockett, he just wants more money overall. He's 29. I mean, what's the franchise tag for a receiver right now in their first year? Not interested in signing. I'm not interested in caring. It's 19 mil, but I'm going to franchise tag him. Quandre Diggs is regressing. I mean, Carlos Dunlap's down to a 72. Will Dissly's down to normal development. I can't give a punter that much money just because I can get him for cheaper. So why bother paying him this much? Test free agency. All right, well, I will sign you back. Stephon Gilmore's here and Jair Alexander's here. Well, no one wants Stephon Gilmore. And we really can't even afford him unless I were able to steal him. 62 total points. I'm going to try it. DJ Moore is here as well. Okay. Something to consider, but I want Michael Dixon back long term. So we're just going to super lowball him and probably sign him. But I need to figure out where I can make room because I need to get rid of some money. Honestly, Jason Myers would be a good cut for me. 76 overall. He's good, but I don't need to pay him that kind of money. I just don't. It's too much. And he's not amazing. Like, DJ Moore would be such an amazing signing for us. And we're just not really going to have the money to do it. Which is fine. Like, Jair Alexander would be such a huge get for our team as well. But I don't think we can outbid the Giants. I just don't think there's a way. Oh my goodness. We got Stephon Gilmore. That is really, really nice. And I think our Legion of Boom, would you agree that it's assembled? Best safety duo in the league easily, and now the best cornerback in the NFL. He's 31 now, sure. But he's still very, very, very good. They gave him Earl Thomas as 29. I hate that. Beverly as our nickel. Shaquille Griffin, almost a 90 overall. We need defensive ends. Deron Clifton went up to star dev. I'll give him power rusher. It's a scheme fit, even though I don't want him to be good at that. I don't know why I did that. +1 tackle, that's great. It's not like he's not going to blitz, because he will occasionally. But we just need our defensive line to come along. And then offensively, I mean, DJ Moore would have been pretty great. Need a tight end. Need a left guard. Zach Ertz is here. I mean, 3-year deal. Can I take the money down a lot? 55 total points. If you want to sign, that's fine. I would actually be quite pleased if you did. Zach Ertz would be a big addition to our offense. And he accepts. Welcome to Seattle. Zach Ertz. Yeah, our team's looking pretty solid, and we should have some good picks as well, because we didn't even make the playoffs, but we didn't have that pick. That's the Jets. They're picking at number 6 overall, and I think we have their pick. We pick at 11 and 23. And then Garrett Nance, I think, would be the player to get. Don't think we're going to have a shot at him. So I'm not going to trade up, I don't think. Garrett Nance goes number 1 overall, so I wouldn't have had a shot at him anyway. I want the player... Philip Macklin's at 77 overall. His name's like Moreland, I think. He's supposed to go at maybe number 13. So I hope he's available at number 11. I'm getting nervous, though. There he is, Rick Moreland. Speed rusher out of Tennessee. Probably a better option than Darrell Taylor. But is he going to be available? It's 2 picks away. I hope so. Steelers. Leon Marsh. Jets. Roderick Drummond. So our player that we want is available. Rick Moreland out of Tennessee it is. Welcome to Seattle. He is number 6 in the draft. Took him at 11. Normal development, but he is a 76 overall. 85 speed to go with 80 finesse moves. Decent zone coverage, honestly. But he's going to be playing defensive end for us. Hopefully he can develop. All right, now at 23. Don't pick again until the 3rd round. So we really have to make this pick count. And I think we should go with the center. Although Martin Red... looks to be a really solid player. The center's not going to stay on the board, though. So I got to take him. Play left guard. Spencer Phelps, number 7 in the draft. Star, better development. 76 overall. Phenomenal pick, and he's a really, really good player. 6'4", 319. Decent speed, I guess. You're looking at our future left guard, Spencer Phelps. Should I stay on the board to trade up, or like trade up for a running back? Martin Red. I'm supposed to go in 17 picks. He's not going to be available in the 3rd. If he's available in like middle of the 2nd round, maybe I'll make a move. But I kind of doubt he goes. I think both running backs are going to go like at the very top of the 2nd round. I think you're going to see him go as soon as we enter the 2nd round, if I had to guess. There goes Martin Red. Pick number 2 in the 2nd. Is that the one I wanted? Oh, it is. The other one is Will Grove, who is not as good. So I'm out. All right, should we go Roderick Crockett here out of Baylor? He looks okay. 72 overall. Took him at number 70. He's ranked at number 24. He's pretty fast. Decent finesse moves. He's all right. Take a random D tackle here. Carlos Bankston. Still a good pick, but he's not that good. So I think we're to the point where we're just going to advance to the end of draft. What is this voice? Oh, this will be the team for season Number 3, anytime you want to load. We got Phelps playing left guard. He's actually a 77 overall left tackle as well. So we could move him to tackle. He'd be a 77 overall at right tackle as well. But this offense is really, really good. DK, Tyler Lockett, and then on defense, Jordan Brooks is going to be my sub linebacker. I want to get him up to star dev. I think it's going to be good. We got Rick Moreland and Raheem Crockett. What does it not seem right? Roderick Crockett at right end. So it's an interesting group. Stephon Gilmore in there. Beverly is still going to be my slot cornerback. Except I've got DK as a huge slot. He's going to get targeted more. I'm in Bears playbook. I hope it actually works out this time. I don't know why I'm never getting a crazy amount of numbers when I do Bears playbook, but maybe this time around something's going to change. 2021, season 3, 2022 now. I'm like, that doesn't sound right. But we'll simulate to the midseason mark and pick up from there. 4-3 at the midseason mark. It's a very highly contested NFC West. But we're doing okay. DK Metcalf is going to be a free agent, so we're going to want to bring him back. Trent Williams, Tyler Lockett, B-Wags is down to a 90. But he's also 32, so I guess it kind of makes sense. And other than those top 4 guys, really don't want to bring anyone back. Like, I don't need Andre Dillard. Don't need Ugo Amadi. Trent Williams is going to retire. It's probably not worth it to re-sign him. But DK Metcalf, absolutely going to want him back long term. This is a pretty expensive contract, but he returns. Tyler Lockett, do I really want to do a 4-year deal? I mean, he's going to regress anyway, whatever. 4-year deal for Tyler Lockett. He wouldn't have accepted a 3-year deal. It would have had to jam up the money a lot. B-Wags, 3-year deal. This really isn't too expensive, but he's going to regress down into like the mid to low 80s. But we got back everyone we needed to. Trent Williams is 34 years old. I mean, I'll do a 1-year deal for him. He's still really good. I'm just worried that he's going to retire. He wants a higher bonus. Well, we can talk about it. Playoff time. Tell me we made the playoffs. We did. 9-7, just like year 1. Didn't make the playoffs. Didn't win the division, just like year 1. But we have to play the division winner in the playoffs. 8th best offense. It looks like the numbers are better in Bears playbook, but Russell Wilson just out here tossing picks, through 15 of them. Hate to see that. Rushing, Chris Carson could have averaged more per carry. It's not a great season, admittedly. It looks for about 4 yards per carry. Receiving, DK went over 1,000, had 13 touchdowns. Zach Ertz just went over 1,000. Pat Norton was okay. Tyler Lockett had similar numbers, but way fewer catches. And then defensively, B-Wags, nice season for him, but no picks. Tackles for loss, 13 for Rick Moreland, who also had 5.5 sacks. But Roderick Crockett led the team in sacks with 8.5. Interceptions, 4 for Stephon Gilmore, 3 for Derwin James, 3 for Shaq Griffin. Even Jordan Brooks got in there with 2. Yearly awards, Patrick Mahomes wins MVP, and then there's Nick Foles again. Russell Wilson all the way down here at 8. NFC Offense Player of the Year is Nick Foles. I'm going to end it all. Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. No Seahawks. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Chad Lucas. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Philip Macklin. Roderick Crockett at 2. Rick Moreland at 5. So it is time to upgrade the team and see our rookie development trait. It's probably going to be star at left guard, let's be honest. But it could be higher. You never know. It is not. It's only star. But that's still pretty good. Offensive line is developing nicely. And then defensively, don't see any dev upgrades yet. I couldn't remember if we drafted anyone with the dev trait, but it seems like we did not. Can we beat the Rams in the wild card? They have home field advantage, but they don't really have fans there, so we win 21-14. And once again, we have the Cowboys in the divisional. It's not going to be an easy matchup. They went 13-3. 13-3 with an 86 overall team. Pretty good team, to be honest. Not like our 9-7 with an 89 overall. But we'll see if we can beat them and advance to the conference championship. We do. 28-17 as we run into the Packers. Seahawks and Packers have had some really good playoff matchups over the years. Aaron Rodgers versus Russell Wilson. They're an 84 overall. We are going to jump in and watch it in Super Sim. See if we can get the better of Green Bay and walk out of here with a W. Why are they wearing these uniforms in the playoffs? That's beyond peculiar, and I didn't mean to kick off. Come on. Up 7-3 right now as we come to the end of the first quarter. Going up 14-3, but the Packers strike right back with a touchdown and do so again, making it 17-14. We get to set a safety? How do we get 16 points? Sad to it, right? It's 27-27 here as the Packers take a 34-27 lead. We will return a punt as Matt Hawk kicks back to Tyler Lockett. 4 minutes to play, down by a touchdown, and that looks like an insane punt. It's not even, but it's an okay punt. 4 minutes, we're going to take over, see what we can do. Russell Wilson, 2 interceptions in this game. Not going to have one there as we get a few yards. But I really just want to streak DK Metcalf. Run a go route. He's actually going to be open. Beautiful lob. And he actually catches it. Down to about midfield. Let's go, DK. 3rd and 2. Getting it to Chris Carson. And look at the auto shed, but Chris Carson trucks him over. Breaks a tackle and saves us there. It's 4th and 1. We're not going to run the ball again. Can't deal with an instant shed. I'm going to go gun empty. We'll scramble if we have to. I mean, that is a super huge mismatch. Why would I not just throw it to Zach Ertz immediately? We'll see what Zadarius Smith does. Wide open. Zach Ertz up the seam. Touchdown. No one covered him. Chris Barnes is left watching Zach Ertz do like this Orange Justice dumb dance. And we're going to tie the game. 2nd and 19. Do I use her Bobby Wagner? A hit stick means it's a fumble automatically if he throws anywhere close to me. And here it is. I couldn't even get to it. We got to watch out for a bunch of great players here. Devontae Adams could be a big problem. And he is. But they're calling that a fumble. The Legion of Boom is back. We get the football. A minute to play. Field goal wins the game. Devontae Adams surely can't believe it. Scrambling with Russell Wilson. Look at the speed. Stay in bounds. Just slide. They got to burn timeouts if they want to stay in this game. But it's already over. That's just what I got to do with Russell Wilson. Just take advantage of that speed. And that's, I mean, so wide open up the middle. It's unbelievable. It's ridiculous. Touchdown. Chris Carson. Did they want us to score there? I mean, they still have time. And Aaron Rodgers might be the best Hail Mary thrower in NFL history. I'm fine with a check down. Field goal gives you nothing. And Bobby Wagner, he's got enforcer, and he's got a fumble. Ugo Amadi recovers. And we might have sealed the deal. We have. I mean, 9 seconds, 1 timeout. It's over. I was going to say we might have a pick 6, and then I realized, oh, not at all. But that's the game. The Seahawks are going back to the Super Bowl. Call a timeout, idiot. There's 8 seconds left. It's 2nd down. What do you think's going to happen? Oh, we'll run plays now because you called a timeout. Game over. It's victory formation. Well, I don't know how big of a Legion of Boom this is. Aaron Rodgers threw for 435 yards in the NFC Championship. Okay. Is DK Metcalf actually going to go up to a 97 overall? Tell me DK is going up to Superstar X Factor. It's the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. This could be the Super Bowl this year, honestly. Chiefs Seahawks. We'll have to see what happens. Very well could not be, but he's playing up to a 98 overall with morale, and he is 24 years old. Disgusting. Only 85 deep route running? How is that possible? Jordan Brooks did go up to star. Love to see that, but Roderick Crockett and Rick Moreland both did not go up in development trait, which I find to be super strange, especially considering that, oh, maybe Crockett didn't win Defensive Rookie of the Year. Maybe he finished 2nd. Never mind. But Jordan Brooks goes up, so that's very cool to see. And this is our team for the Super Bowl. We're going to jump in again against the Chiefs. Do another season after this, either way. But this team's ready to go, I hope. This Chiefs team is not going to mess around. They went 12-4. They have Patrick Mahomes. They're an 87 overall. I'm worried about them. Seahawks up 3-0 early, but we scored a touchdown, took the lead, and then another one. It's 14-3, but the Chiefs are not going down without a fight as they answer the TD, but so do we. 21-10, now 21-17, 24-17 as we enter the second half, only up by a field goal. Chiefs with a big stop and a big score to take the lead. We answer right back, get the football back and score again, but so do the Chiefs. It is 41-38, a minute and 30 seconds to go. Patrick Mahomes with one final drive, potentially win another Super Bowl, and they check down. It's not going to do it. Mahomes has 4 touchdowns. Why is this defense getting exposed? We have crazy players all over the field. Mahomes going to run. Why is he so fast? No! Oh my goodness, a field goal ties the game. That's a huge scramble for Mahomes. And that's going to be a pick. No, it's a catch. How does Travis Kelce get that? 30 seconds, keep him out of the end zone. Sack him, do something. Ball's loose and recovered by Jarran Reed. The rookie, Rick Moreland, forced it out. And it should be enough for us to secure a Super Bowl win. What a play by the rookie, Rick Moreland, when it mattered most. And Chris Carson, first down, ends the game. Come on. One final kneel down. And that is a Super Bowl championship secured for the city of Seattle. They already have had a couple. You know, Russell Wilson has won, what, 2? And been in 3? Is that correct? I want to say that is. No, they've only won 1. They've been in 2. Is that it? I think so. Yeah. Yeah. So 2013, 2014. But we've done it again. Russell Wilson throws for over 400 yards and 4 touchdowns en route to a Super Bowl MVP performance and a Super Bowl championship, as we'll do in final year here and see if we can get the Seattle Seahawks yet another Super Bowl. So Trent Williams is here. He is not retired. He would have retired. He wouldn't be here if he retired, I should say. 1-year contract for him makes a ton of sense. And he's going to go test free agency. Well, you won't. I'm going to franchise tag you. It's about $2.5 million more expensive. And Andre Dillard, we could barely afford him. LJ Collier I don't want. Ugo Amadi I certainly don't want. I think Andre Dillard might be the best bang for our buck, to be honest. So 3-year deal for him, and he returns. We just kind of had to. Not a lot of better options for us within our price range and on our budget. So we're making that happen. And I'll also check out salaries here as well. See if I can make a few extra dollars appear. All right, sending Darrell Taylor down south, but to a division rival. We get their first round pick. We are trading a 3rd rounder and a 2nd rounder next year. And I figured it'd be fun just to get another 1st rounder in the, I didn't mean to simulate that week. Get another 1st rounder in the draft. And we still don't have enough cap room to bring in a kicker or a punter, which is great. So I guess we'll draft one. Now, I know that getting that 1st round pick hurt our cap room, but it also could help out our team if we get a good enough player. So I guess with that, we'll simulate to pick number 8 and see what's available. So what do we really need here? I think the offensive line's good. Zach Ertz is down to star dev, but that's okay. And then defensively, Bobby Wagner's down to star dev. That is not okay. He got taken down 2 pegs. Come on. It would be best D tackle or edge available, I think. I think that makes sense for us. So that's going to be Alton Sandridge here out of Iowa. He will be my pick. No, is it Alton? No, it's not Alton Sandridge. It's someone else. Is it? Hold on. It's Tevin Hampton. But maybe I can wait on him. Let's go with the sick corner here in Arian Howard out of Iowa. Also Iowa. He looks unreal. B+ man coverage. He is a 79 overall, number 1 player in the draft. 79 slot. I guess he's going to play in the slot over the free safety we've had there for a while. 95 speed, 78 man, 73 zone. Number 1 player in the draft with star better development. I mean, can't hate on that. I'm just going to simulate to my pick. Hopefully he's there. If he's not, he's not. That's okay. But he is. Tevin Hampton out of Utah. Welcome to Seattle. 74 overall. Number 7 in the class. Took him at 32, but only normal development. 83 speed. See, here's the problem with him. Is his power moves and block shedding just really aren't that high. And maybe he'll be a slightly higher overall right end. He's only 235 pounds. I don't know. I was hoping that'd be a little bit better. I know you guys love a good backup QB. So is it going to be Reggie McCall out of the U? Or is it going to be Donnie Davidson? Well, he's a scrambler, and he ran 4.68. And Reggie McCall is strong arm, and he ran 4.7 flat. So I've made up my mind. Reggie McCall, 72 overall, only normal dev, but number 25 in the class, took him at 64. He will never play. We have Russell Wilson. I don't know if you guys remember him. Round 4, I like Brenton Moorhead. Looks pretty good. Late first round guy, but I like his ability. 72 overall, only normal development. 81 speed, 78 power moves. I mean, good strength. He is a good backup, but I think it's going to do it for the draft. Hopefully the CPU takes that receiver I put on my draft board, but either way, it really shouldn't matter too much. He actually was a pretty good player. I should have taken him myself. CPU might have done it, but I think he's going to be at least in the low to mid 80s, or excuse me, 70s. Yeah, there he is. Jesse Gutierrez, 73 overall, only normal dev, but pretty good player. So, of course, Howard is going to play the slot. I think it's a perfect role for him. The team looks to be very, very good. It don't really have much in the way of a kicker or a punter, but those are overrated. Someone will do it. Clifton. Who is Clifton? Oh, Deron Clifton. Why would you be a rush end? You have no ability to do that. This game sometimes, man, kills me. This will be the team for the final season. Pretty good team. Russell Wilson starting to regress, but he's, 34, so that's to be expected. And Trent Williams actually has an upgrade point. And now he gets a scheme fit, so maybe he'll get another upgrade point at some point in his career. Who knows? DK Metcalf is a 97 overall. Only 25 years old. He's going to get up to a 99 overall no matter what this year. His catching is pretty unreal. Just need to get that route running a little bit better. Not sure if it ever will. Is he physical type? Yeah, he is. Wish deep threat would go up a little bit more. And then defensively, really great defense. I decided I am going to start Tevin Hampton at right end. He's a 75 overall there. He looks good enough. He's going to be my rush end as well on that side. So we got a pretty good group of guys. Now it's just time for them to go out and make some plays. Last thing I'm going to do is put DK in the slot, and then we're good to go. See you guys at the midseason mark. Beautiful. 6-2 at week 9, winning the division, which you always love to see. Not going to worry about re-signing free agents because remember, this is the final year as DK Metcalf goes up to a 99 overall. It's a really good team. Did I draft anyone with star or better development? I did. That cornerback. And he should have been playing quite a bit, but DK Metcalf, pure 99. Route running's going up, but not deep route running. Upgrade deep threat, please. Defensively, oh, Arian Howard has superstar. I mean, this really is the Legion of Boom. Look at it. Safeties, Derwin James, Jamal Adams, both 96 overall. Beverly at safeties, an 82 overall, even though he's my fourth corner right now. We got superstar dev rookie, 21 years old, 81 overall, Arian Howard, who's a beast. And then the best corner in the NFL is Stephon Gilmore, and Shaquille Griffin, who's hovering around a 90 and has for the entire rebuild. He will go up to a 90. Give it to the end of the season. That's guaranteed. And we'll see if we can go ahead and make the playoffs and hopefully win another Super Bowl. Back to back. Let's do it. We snuck into the playoffs at 10-6. So the team didn't exactly keep up the great pace, but Russell Wilson did. 4,700 yards, 42 touchdowns, less than 10 picks, rushing. Carson, again, not amazing, but decent overall numbers. He got that 4 yards per carry I'm looking for. Receiving, DK Metcalf, 1,648 yards and 21 touchdowns. That's what I'm talking about. Slot, I'm going Chicago playbook for the rest of the time. Tyler Lockett played well. Ertz had a bunch of touchdowns. Norton was okay. Good ball distribution. Blocking. I never checked that. How many touchdowns did Wilson have on the ground? 6? No, he had 1. Defensively, Bobby Wagner, 3.5 sacks and 3 picks. 13 tackles for loss, 140 tackles. Tackles for loss, 13 from B-Wags of the team. And the rookie, Tevin Hampton, had the most sacks at 7, even though the defense was not spectacular. Arian Howard, the rookie, tied for the team lead in picks with 3. I got to find out the best defensive playbook. We were 32nd in yards. Are you serious? What about in points allowed? About middle of the pack? Seems to be. Who had the fewest yards allowed? Let's see here on defense. The Saints. They went 15-1. Only allowed 343 points. 343, 14 picks, 32 sacks. The Patriots, 47 sacks. 49ers in there. I'm going Bengals. I have Bengals playbook on. So, I don't know. Yearly awards, I expect MVP. Russell Wilson wins MVP. Let's go. Coach of the Year, Sean Payton. That's bogus. They only went 15-1. Wilson, Offensive Player of the Year. DK Metcalf should get votes with 21 touchdowns. Defensive Player of the Year is Bobby Wagner. Oh, let's go. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Trent McCants. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Arian Howard. Tevin Hampton at 2. That's what I'm talking about. So this is, I guess, the final team. We'll check in back at the Super Bowl, whether we make it or not anyway. But it is a pretty solid group. Do we really want to go run stopper for Tevin Hampton? I feel like that's kind of boring. No, power rusher. He's up to a 77 overall. Maybe he'll get block shed anyway. Nope. But pretty solid team. It's only getting better. Can we beat the Rams, though? That's the question. Can we? I don't want to get eliminated in the wild card to end the video. No. 35-31. We sneak through. And now we have the Packers playoff rematch from a year ago. We got the better of them last time. They went 13-3. And they still lose. 35-31 again? Deja vu. That's crazy. Wait, 35-31 again? Nah, it's a terrible joke. What is the Saints overall? 88? Damn, they got some good players. Quan Alexander, superstar X Factor. We've already won the Super Bowl, so I'm not going to bother hopping in. If we win, we win. If we don't, we don't. And we lose. Saints-Bengals is the Super Bowl. Couldn't go back-to-back. Maybe I should have jumped in. Maybe I should have. But this is the final team. 91 overall. DK's got to be superstar X Factor. He is 99 overall. Superstar X Factor, DK Metcalf. They gave him ankle breaker. Really? Give him double me. I feel like that makes more sense for DK. But really, really solid team. But the highlight of it is the defense. So many good players. Bobby Wagner went back up to superstar. Good to see. And then look at the Legion of Boom. 85 overall for Arian Howard in his first year. I mean, he's going to be one of the best players in the entire league. I almost want to do another season just for that. Should I? Jordan Brooks went back down to normal dev. Maybe I'll do one more year. Stephon Gilmore wants to test free agency, and Russell Wilson already also said that. Can I just not bring these guys back? I mean, Damian Lewis is even going to test free agency. I'm not lowballing these guys. Who's more important, Russell Wilson or Stephon Gilmore? That's 39 mil franchise tag. I'm going to franchise tag Stephon Gilmore, who's going to make close to that anyway. And then I have to make it a priority to sign Russell Wilson to free agency. I'll do one more year. We'll make it quick, but I'll do one more year. No one wants Russell Wilson? I feel like that's foolish. Do I bring in Stephon Diggs and just make the best offense of all time? The craziest thing is we have the money for it, but it makes, really almost no sense to do so. Big free agent class. We got Younghoe Koo, Michael Onwenu, and Damian Lewis. Now, the reason I went after Michael Onwenu is that, sure, he's a guard. I mean, we could keep him at guard, honestly. We really could, because Phelps is such a high overall at left tackle. All right, we're going to move him over. But Onwenu has tackle experience. He's done that for the Patriots this year, and he's been really good. But Spencer Phelps is going to move over. Pains me to see Bobby Wagner down into the 70s. And now the Broncos are trying for Russell Wilson. Can you not? Thank God Russell Wilson accepted. That was so back and forth. I had to do everything I could to get more money, including buying the quarterback free agency package. But Wilson does end up coming back to Seattle. The Broncos came in, and they wanted him. Obviously, we could not let that happen. We will draft a punter, maybe. Is that our biggest need? Still kind of need an edge rusher. We pick at number 30. I'm not trading up. Falcons have the number 1 overall pick. Good luck to them. As Jarvis Gary, sick Duke safety, goes. He's only a 60-something overall. I don't need a quarterback. Don't really need a running back, although they look okay. Based on positions I've scouted, this might be the worst draft class I've seen in a minute. So, good thing it came in the last year. I just take a running back, dude. I'm telling you, there's nobody here. I'm going to go with a tight end, actually. Jake Randolph, 74 overall, star better development. It's a good pick. It really is. We had to take him there or not at all based on where our picks were. But, man, this draft class is brutally bad. When I say brutally bad, it's brutally bad for guys that I can actually see. And we were picking so far into the first round. It's not like we were going to get anyone crazy. We'll take a D tackle here. 74 overall, star better development. Number 13 in the class. Is he going to come in and start right away? Okay. Time for a punter. Oh, Glenn Pizzo out of Iowa. That's our guy. He is so bad. I might just take another punter. It's punter season. I drafted him because his name was funny to me. Glenn Pizzo. I don't know. But we'll draft the one who's at the top of the board. The stakes are pretty low at this point. Brian Jones. There we go. Number 43 in the draft. That's our starting punter. What happened to Michael Dixon, by the way? I thought I signed him to a long-term deal. Was I not able to get him back? I kind of forgot about that. Okay, there was an 80 overall player in this class. We didn't even have close to a shot at him. But 80 overall D tackle. All these guys went pretty high. The running back was real good. Only normal dev. Not really pissed I missed on him at all. But yeah, we didn't have a chance to go for any of these guys. Except for Clyde Tate. Who I really wouldn't have wanted anyway. Alright, this is the final team for real. DK Metcalf, 99 overall. Give him deep threat. Let me get that deep route running actually way higher. +3. That's huge. DK is going to be so good. Well, I mean, he is good. He is so good. So he's going to just do what it does. All right. I'm going to move Hampton back down to right end, and then we're going to be good to go. We are, hold on, 4-4 at the midseason mark. That's kind of disappointing. But it is what it is. 89 overall team. I mean, y'all have seen it enough at this point. You have seen it enough. Randolph has star dev. Defensively, we don't know about this D tackle yet. I mean, is he even playing? I gotta make him a rush D tackle. Come on, me. What are you doing? Playoff time. I got a feeling we might not even make the playoffs. Starting out with 4 losses. We did. We got in at 8-8. These records are killing me. 4th best offense. Was our defense just terrible again? 3rd in terms of yards. What in the world? Points per game. I mean, not even close to near the top. Titans just kill. And then, what about defense? What about points allowed? The Bengals are just so crazy in sim with their defense, but I'm using that. About middle of the pack for points, 393. Awards, I mean, Russell Wilson was crazy. Baker Mayfield won MVP at 9-7. I didn't even show you guys the stats. Russell Wilson at 9. NFC Offensive Player of the Year, Kyler Murray. Russell Wilson at 3. Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. No Seahawks. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Nick Roseman. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Dylan Widmer at 2. If I started him at rush D tackle the whole year, I bet he finishes higher. Russell Wilson, 4,500 yards, 34 touchdowns, 14 picks. Rushing, Carson getting a little bit better. Just still not getting a ton of touches. And receiving, Zach Ertz led the way with almost 1,300 yards at tight end and 11 touchdowns. Lockett over a K. DK Metcalf also over 1,000, 9 touchdowns for him. Crazy year from our receivers. And then defensively, Stephon Gilmore with a ton of tackles. I feel like I shouldn't have played him in the slot. And then Tevin Hampton, 13 sacks. Had to lead the team, and it did. Rick Moreland, 9.5 sacks, 5.5 for Jarran Reed. Picks, decent bit for the team. Nothing crazy, though. We already saw yearly awards. So we know the team's pretty good. Final year. Let's see if we can win it all. Beat the Cardinals in the wild card. Come on now. Win 39-34. Saints, super overpowered in sim. We're going to lose here. No, we beat them. 36-30, and it's the Falcons. Well, let's see if we can beat them. We are 1 win away from the Super Bowl again, and we made it. Oh my goodness, good thing I did another season. 8-8, didn't have to jump in for any of it. 91 overall team. Let's see the new dev traits. Tell me no one went down. I mean, DK Metcalf is still just so stupid good. Look at his numbers. 97 speed, 99 catching, 99 catching traffic. Route running's all 95 plus, 99 spectacular catch, 99 release, 99 jumping. 12 3-cone drill. Defense. Come on now. Hampton went up to star. Widmer had star. Moreland didn't go up. Howard, I made my second corner. He's up to an 88 overall in just his second year. I mean, look at this secondary. This defense is crazy. Just the defensive line never quite caught up to the rest of the team. And Clifton's an 89 overall at just 24 years old. Brooks and Wagner, they're in a weird spot. B-Wags is just old, and then Jordan Brooks lost his development trait and then just hasn't really gone anywhere. 91 overall. Let's win a second Super Bowl. I don't care if Baker Mayfield's a Titans QB. We're getting it done. Close game so far, but we do have the lead, and we lose it before half and lose it even more. But actually, it is 28-27. We almost retook it. And this is a very, very good Super Bowl so far. But it looks like it's all over. I mean, we've allowed 52 points. Yeah. So, couldn't repeat. Vrabel and the Titans get the best of us. Maybe should have jumped in at some point there, but we already won a Super Bowl, so I'm not really stressed over it. Made it back-to-back years and won it only one of them. That sounds familiar. Did we throw the ball at the one there? And I don't know. Should have given it to Marshawn Lynch probably, right? Yeah, it's so funny. Never heard that one before. Yeah, I've never heard that I'm a Bengals fan before. If you guys have to hear old jokes, if I have to, so do you. Whatever. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Hit that subscribe button if you're not already. Like, comment, whatever. Appreciate you guys. See you in the next one. Take it easy.
I hit it at the park, Ben Bones. See me high step to the end zone. My life like a game, Nintendo. Playing with the best, let them know. Get off the track, the train's coming through. Yeah. Promise you get in my way, then you best believe I'ma just run over you. Yeah, yeah. Papa turn, taking it back to the house. Defensive joke, I'm laughing so loud. Speedbird's good.